I'm so excited to introduce to you my one and only Big Happy Planner. Hey there, it's Elisa, but of course you can call me Ellie if that's easier for you. And I think it's time that we start digging into my big planner, my only Big Happy Planner. This planner is a lot bigger than what I'm used to handling. Technically, the paper for this planner is just standard letter size paper, the 8.5 by 11, but this is the size planner that I'm used to working in, which is obviously a lot smaller. I'm pretty sure it's like 7.5 by 9 inches or something like that. There is a difference. This baby holds everything that happened in my life between July of 2021 through June 2022. So it's been a minute since I've been in this planner. This is so old that for a while I was debating just not addressing this planner on my channel. But if you saw my Q1 check-in video, you'll know that I have actually decided that I do want to do some memory keeping for these months. Now, because this is a Big Happy Planner, the Plan With Me memory keeping videos are going to look a little bit different than what they usually do for me. And I know I'm not super consistent with my planner videos on this channel, but even still, I did kind of want to give you a heads up of what to expect with this planner because it is going to be significantly different. So just to review what my memory keeping process usually looks like in my planner. Typically, I'll have a classic size Happy Planner, like this size, which I will use throughout the year for, I don't know, all the stuff that you use planners for. And then I'll have an additional memory keeping planner. This is what my memory keeping planner looks like. For every month or week in my functional planner where I have plans written down, I'll have a month or week in my memory keeping planner, which also includes plans, but in a prettier kind of way. And the information in the two planners are going to be relatively the same. Then once I'm all done with both, I like combining the two planners together, and then they'll live bound together for the rest of their lives. Now, the inside of my functional planner has changed over the years, but the memory keeping planner usually is a vertical layout planner. So the question is, and has been, how will that work with this behemoth? And the answer is it won't. There are issues with trying to do my typical memory keeping with this particular planner because it's so big. Because now I definitely want to do memory keeping in this planner, but the way that I usually do memory keeping just isn't going to work for this. My style of memory keeping is on classic sized vertical layout paper. And so the regular stickers and materials that I use for memory keeping planning are specifically designed for those smaller vertical layout pages. That is not what this is. I do not have big size vertical layout pages, and even if I did, the stickers that I have just wouldn't look good on those pages. At least not how the way I would use them. But I don't want to use the classic size paper for memory keeping for this planner because remember, I do like binding the functional pages and the memory keeping pages together eventually, and it would just drive me absolutely crazy if I had two different size pages bound together on the same set of discs based off of my own taste and preferences. Not to mention, I am just so far behind. If I had to go through all 52 weeks or however many weeks there are in this planner, it would take me that much longer to get caught up with my memory keeping to the present time. So this is what I think I'm gonna do for this planner. Instead of taking my memory keeping week by week, which is what I usually do for my other planners, I think I'm just going to look at a month at a time and do more of like scrapbooking type style pages instead of the more structured pre-printed planner pages, and just use like regular printer paper or something since the paper in this planner is standard letter size. Although I'm sure I'll throw in some like notebook paper and dot grids in there. So I'll just do kind of like the scrapbooking thing, looking at it like a month at a time and then trying to stick to just like one page per month, or if there was a lot going on that month, maybe I'll do more pages that month, and not really worrying about like the little daily details, but just like what happened during that month that I really want to make sure that I remember and have pictures for and stuff like that. I've never done anything like that in my planners before, and I've really only ever done like a handful of like true scrapbooks. So I am a little nervous about how this is gonna go, but also kind of excited. Maybe it's gonna go really well and it'll be like my new thing. There will definitely be a learning curve though, so bear with me. And if you've ever done anything like this, this and have any tips, please let me know. But you should expect that for my next however many plan with me videos that I'm putting out, they will be this new big paper scrapbooking type deal. And then once we get through this planner, then we'll jump back into my 2022 planner and do the type of memory keeping that I'm more used to. Since this is really the first time that we're talking about this planner on this channel, I do kind of want to go over a little bit about what is currently in this planner while it's still only a functional planner. This is my only big size happy planner, and it was my first dashboard layout planner. Now, back in 2021 and 2022, while I was using this planner, I had every intention of showing you all the ways that I was using this planner, which were all new to me at the time. So while I still have your attention, I want to go through what's currently in this planner with you so you can see what we're working with once we get into those memory keeping pages. I think I've found most of the old footage that I have from this planner when I was initially using it. So we're going to be able to take a look at what this planner looked like at the various stages of me using it. I am so excited to show you what's in here. All right, first I want to flip through all of the stuff that I used to build this giant planner, starting out with the Disney Princess Collection stuff. So this is the big sized dashboard layout Disney Princess Happy Planner for 2022. It was 12 months going from January through December of 2022. And as soon as I saw this planner, I knew that I had to get it. I love the artwork. Happy Planner had done Disney Princess stuff before, but that was a little bit more cartoony. And this is a little bit more elegant, and I don't want to say minimalistic because there's a lot of stuff going on, but it is kind of like that single line artwork kind of style. And I loved the colors, the blush pink, periwinkle, rose gold, and a lot of black and white accents. Definitely up my alley. Even though July was Snow White, who is the only Disney princess that I very much dislike, but I'll forgive it for that. At this point, I had been curious about dashboard, so I was already considering that layout anyway. I usually try to avoid the larger size in anything, but as soon as I saw this planner, I knew that it would be worth it to have that bigger size that's a little less portable. I also got a couple of happy notes. So this first one was in the same color scheme and artwork style as the planner, in the same big size. And then I got this other happy notes, which was Disney Princess, but it was a little bit different. The artwork isn't the same and the colors aren't exactly the same, but the tone of everything was close enough that it still worked with the other stuff that I had. And it is Disney Princess, so big fan there. And of course it is the big size. I also got the big accessory pack that matched the planner. This was my first time getting an accessory pack. I think that's technically what this is called. It came with a little folder that I didn't end up using too much, these extra daily pages, which I used a few of, but I definitely still have a lot left over to this day. This also came with this bookmark, like tabbed bookmark thing, which I definitely used a ton. I moved it over every single week. I really loved this. The folder was lovely. Didn't get much use, but I'm glad I have it. And then it also came with some stickers, which usually I don't use Happy Planner stickers, but I did use some of these. But moving into this other planner that I kind of franken-planned into everything else. So this is an 18-month planner that starts in July of 2021. So when I first got the Disney Princess planner and actually saw the dashboard layout like in my hands, I was too excited to switch over to that layout to wait until January of 2022 when that princess planner started. So I purchased this planner basically just to use the 2021 pages, since there were still a few more months left in 2021 when I got my Disney princess stuff. So I'm not as big of a fan of this leopard print. I'm not a big animal print person, but I purchased this specific planner because the colors were the most similar to the Disney Princess stuff, and I only ended up needing a couple of months out of this planner anyways, so it worked out okay when I combined the dashboard planners together. Now I did keep one separate notebook using the cover and some of the dividers from the Disney Princess Happy Notes notebooks that I got earlier. I used these for mostly just notes and stuff for work and youth ministry, and then just some extra scrap paper. The work and youth ministry inserts I got from Boho Planners Design and Day by Design planners. And then I also had these giant habit tracker sheets for each month from PT Paper. As time went on, I did decide that I did want to combine everything though onto one set of discs. And then I got this big, beautiful cover from Cocoa Paper, and Minnie did inspect it and she does approve, but it goes so well with everything that I had so far for the year. So I decided to just combine everything into one big, beautiful black and rose gold bundle. Now, if you're familiar with my functional planning style, you should not be surprised that I had a very specific color coding system for this planner. These are the pens that I was working with at that time, pretty similar to the colors that I currently use, but the pens are a little bit different. And I kept them all in this cute little pen case from So Fantastic. Now, taking a look at the inside of the planner, at the front I had these sticky notes just stuck to a clear divider that I think actually might have been made for mini size planners. Some of my favorite note inserts, and then this sticker is actually the first thing that I ever got that had my YouTube channel logo on it. So I stuck that right on the front because that's super exciting. So that's when I decided to start playing around with creating my own custom dashboard, which is still something that I do to this day, except now I have to scale it and size it a little bit differently for the smaller size paper. That was also around the same time that I was starting to create custom inserts for health and content tracking. So this first section in the back here is my little health section. I had my custom monthly calendar page thingies that somehow I scaled wrong, even though the page size is the same as regular copy paper. And then I use these little see-through tabs to mark the different months, which, yes, did take me forever, especially since these tabs are kind of shiny and have a weird film on them, so they're kind of hard to write on. Then I use this divider that I had from my Happy Notes, and then I created some additional little inserts that have certain calculations and charts and tables and things for tracking like health and converting, like calorie requirements and stuff like that. And then I had some notes for the exchange program. If anyone is familiar with exchanges, those might have been a little bit more harmful than helpful having in here, but whatever. Then I also have this work section back here, but a lot of it was already filled out with some private information, so I didn't show those, but it's the same inserts as the separate notebook that I had. Same thing with these. This was my little youth ministry section. They're the same inserts that I had in that little separate journal. I just moved them over. And then I have my content tracking section, which looks pretty similar to the health tracking section, just with a few modifications, especially on the back. It's really interesting to see what my priorities for content tracking were back then. Then I have another divider from my Happy Notes and these custom pages that took me forever to design. I was going to use them for tracking video making progress, and I ended up not using those inserts at all. Same thing with these to-do inserts. I created these for project tracking, took forever designing them, and then didn't use them at all. But that's pretty much it. Everything here ended up being combined onto one set of discs, and that's the planner that I'm going to end up using for memory keeping here for the next few Plan With Me's. So keep an eye out for those. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if that's something that you're interested in seeing more of and seeing how I do those memory keeping pages in this planner. But that is going to be it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I can plan on seeing you in my next video. Bye!